What up, humans? Kurumi here, and welcome to the Mobile Legends Bootcamp. In this video, we are going to talk about the tank hero, Baxia. Baxia has a good set of mobility, durability, area of effect, and crowd control skills. Our Black Tortoise Baxia is a tank hero. I consider Baxia as a ganking tank because of his first skill. He can really roam like no other heroes can do during the early game. Not only that, his ultimate skill makes the Land of Dawn a living hell for the enemies. Now, let me share some tips and tricks on how to use Baxia based on my experience. We will also teach you some combos and techniques on the latter part of this bootcamp. But before that, let me explain his skills one by one for further understanding. Baxia's passive, Baxia Mark, reduces the final damage received from enemies by a certain amount. The amount of damage reduction is dependent on Baxia's level. At the same time, Baxia will reduce the regeneration effects of the enemies hit by his skills by a certain percentage for a short period of time. Baxia's first skill, Baxia Shield Unity, lets Baxia retracts himself into his shield to accelerate forward. Upon using this skill, Baxia gets into his shields and forms a wheel-like structure. This will make him accelerate forward, and can be controlled by the directional pad. Upon hitting an enemy unit, he will deal a certain amount of magic damage to it and nearby enemies. The enemy hit will be stunned for a short moment, and the nearby enemies will be knocked back. During his acceleration, you can use this skill again to make Baxia jump upward, making him able to skip on obstacles and minions when leaping up. If there is an enemy hero under Baxia, he will strike this hero, dealing a greater amount of magic damage compared with just hitting them on ground. The hit target will also be stunned, and nearby enemies will be slightly knocked back. Baxia's second skill, Shield of Spirit, lets Baxia throw his shield forward, which disappears upon hitting an enemy hero or creep. Enemies hit will receive certain amount of magic damage based on Baxia's magic power, and a percentage of the target's maximum health points. Enemies hit will be marked and will have their movement speed reduced for a short moment. If the shield hits an enemy, it can be used again for a short period. If the shield hits a marked enemy, the cooldown of this skill will be reduced by 85%. Baxia's ultimate skill, Tortoise's Puissance, lets Baxia deploy a frontal shield and increases his movement speed. Upon casting, Baxia will raise his shield covering his front. When Baxia walks while this skill is in effect, he creates a lava path along his way, which can deal certain amount of magic damage to enemies that steps on the path. During his dash or run forward, the damage reduction effect of his passive skill will be boosted by 75% more. There are so many items that you can buy for Baxia. You can focus on items that grants physical and magic defense, movement speed reduction to enemies, health points, movement speed, and burning sensation to the enemies. For me, I choose to buy items that grants physical and magic defense, health points, and burning sensation to the enemies. You can actually consider the Hellbringer build if you don't really want roaming items and want to bring enemies to hell instantly. On the other hand, you can use the Kurumi way if you want to be a roaming Baxia, which also bring enemies to hell instantly while granting more gold to your allies. You may also want to consider the Maho Shoujo or Magical Girl build, if you want to be a magical girl who just loves to see the world burn. As for starting item, you can consider buying All Mask. This item grants health points and cooldown reduction. One of its unique attributes grants additional movement speed. One of its unique passive, TOTR, lets your basic attack mark an enemy hero you hit. When the mark is still on the enemy, and the target was attacked either by you or your teammate 5 times, the enemy will be stunned for a short period. This unique passive, TOTR, has a long cooldown. Another unique passive of this item is Devotion. This grants you additional gold and experience every 4 seconds. But the catch is, you won't gain gold or experience when killing minions or monsters if a teammate is near you. This lets your teammates take all the gold and experience, serving your role as a tank roaming hero. Another unique passive of this item is Thriving. This lets you gain extra experience and gold with every assist you make. When you are ranked 5th on the gold rank of your team, the gold granted by TOTR is modified and you will now receive 20 gold every 4 seconds. Same goes with the experience granted by TOTR every 4 seconds. You will be granted 35 experience per 4 seconds when you are the 5th rank in the experience or level department. Consider Warrior Boots if you want to be more durable. This item grants additional physical defense and movement speed. Its unique passive grants additional physical defense up to 25 points, depending on the basic attack received. You can consider buying Glowing Wand. This item gives additional magic power, health points, and movement speed. Its unique passive burns the target for a few seconds, dealing a percentage of the target's maximum health points per second. If you are not going for roaming item, you can consider buying Ice Queen Wand. This item gives additional magic power, magical life steal, mana, and movement speed. Its unique passive lets you slow down an enemy when your skill hits them. The slowing effect lasts for a few seconds and stacks up to 2 times. You might also want to consider Cursed Helmet. This item gives you massive health points and magic defense. Its unique passive deals magic damage equal to a percentage of maximum health points to nearby enemies per second. This damage increases against minions by 50%. You might want to consider Brute Force Breastplate. This item grants health points and physical defense. Its unique passive grants additional movement speed, physical defense, and magic defense for every skill cast or basic attack dealt. This effect can stack up to 5 times, and it lasts for a few seconds. Lastly, you can consider Immortality. This grants you physical defense and health points. Its unique passive lets you resurrect after 2 seconds upon death. This resurrects you and give you 15% health points, and a shield that lasts for a few seconds. This item has a really long cooldown. The item build for Baxia really depends on the enemy's lineup. So make sure to read each item's description so you can adapt in-game. One of the best spells to be used on Baxia is Petrify. You can use Petrify to deal magic damage to enemies around you and petrifies them for a few moments. This can really help you attack enemies peacefully when they are petrified and let them suffer more time inside your ultimate's area of effect. You can also consider Sprint. This can really help you run from danger or chase enemies. In my opinion, the best emblem set to be used is the Custom Tank Emblem set. Custom Tank Emblem could provide extra stats according to your needs as a tank. Set Firmness to its max level because it can give you additional physical defense. Higher physical defense means higher durability for you as a tank. Setting Fortress to max level will provide additional physical defense percentage. Higher physical defense means more bonus physical defense you get tenacity to gain additional physical and magic defense. This is triggered when your health drops below 40%. For me, it's the best thing to get since you are a tank hero. Being a tank means you need to absorb damage for your teammates inside team fights. So, you need more defense to be able to stand your ground. Skill to max level first. Prioritizing this makes the cooldown of this skill lower and the damage higher. That means you can cast this skill again as soon as possible for mobility. You can also consider maximizing second skill also. Just make sure when you consider this skill, your confidence on your aim for this skill is quite good. Always upgrade his ultimate skill when available for upgrading. Baxia has a hidden buff. This Oriental Warrior buff increases Baxia's movement speed for every Oriental Warriors in your team. Oriental Warriors include Zilong, Ling, and many more. Ling is a hero to be released in the future, so stay tuned. As far as I've observed, this buff increases Baxia's movement speed by 2 per Oriental Warrior. I'm pretty sure the buff also applies to all Oriental Warriors and not just Baxia. Baxia's passive is what you need to be durable all throughout the game. With the fixed damage reduction to all incoming damage, this can help you sustain in team fights. Take a look on this scenario. The minion wave doesn't even give Baxia a reason to leave. Their damage will take years before they kill Baxia. Also, you can tank jungle monsters with these. The health regeneration reduction to enemies with your skills is also helpful. With your ultimate skill, your passive can affect everyone stepping on it. We did an experiment for his passive skill. We have our very own Loca Girl to demonstrate it with us. As we mentioned on our previous videos, Spell Vamp and Ruby's passive skill is not considered a health regeneration. That means Necklace of Durance and Deadly Blade will not work against Spell Vamp items in Ruby. Take a look on this scenario. I will be using Ruby's first skill. Let's check the amount of health we can get. We got a 140 and 90 health from this. Now, let's have Loca Girl hit us with her skill so we will have the health regeneration reduction effect. As you can see, our health gained is still near the same value as earlier. Meaning, we have proven again that health regeneration reduction effect still does not work on Ruby. Now, how about for Alucard? As for some of you who have no idea, Alucard's ultimate skill grants massive lifesteal. Lifesteal is considered a health regeneration effect. So, let's check our health gained without Baxia's passive debuff. Now, let's check our health gained with Baxia's passive debuff. As you can see, the health we gain is reduced. This passive of Baxia is quite helpful against heroes that has massive health regeneration and lifesteal. Specific heroes of that type are Estus, Alucard, Uranus, Grok, and many more. Baxia's first skill is what you need to roam around the land of Dawn, with the ability to be a wheel-like object and have your movement speed boosted. You can easily visit lanes faster for ganking and even escape death. Using this skill again will make you jump. Take note that you can even skip obstacles and minions with the jump. But if you try jumping on jungle monsters or heroes, you will strike them, making you back to Baxia form and stunning the target. Hitting enemies with your jump will deal higher damage compared on hitting them on ground. So make sure to jump when you are about to hit the enemy hero so they can experience more damage. This is quite similar with Johnson's ultimate skill, but if we look on the brighter side, this skill is not an ultimate skill, meaning you can already roam like Johnson in the early game. Also, this skill can easily maneuvered unlike Johnson's ultimate skill. For the skill duration, do take note that if you use this skill from your base, you will only make it until the middle of the map when you go through the mid lane. So make sure to use this skill on the right timing, because you might end up getting off your wheel at the wrong time. You can use your ultimate skill while using this skill, which makes you a Hot Wheel, literally. Also, in the future release you will meet a hero named Ling. Ling can jump through walls, being untargetable by basic attacks. With Baxia's first skill, you can easily jump above the wall and hit that motherfucker and drag him to hell. Baxia's second skill is what you need to slow down enemies. With the ability to slow down enemies and cast this skill continuously as long as you hit the target with a mark, this will further let them feel the wrath of your ultimate skill and your allies. When hitting minions initially, the shield will hit all the enemies along the line, but this will make the skill on cooldown. But when hitting an enemy hero or jungle monster, this skill can be casted again. Casting this skill again on an enemy that is marked will make this skill's cooldown reduced massively, making it for you to almost use it again instantly. Monsters like the turtle can be hit with this skill infinitely, as long as you hit him before the mark ends. Baxia's ultimate skill is what you need for team fights. With the ability to put lava on your trails, enemies along the path will find it itchy stepping on it. Not only that, when you are trying to escape your death, enemies will hesitate to chase you on your tracks. Not unless they want to be dragged to hell just like this Rafaela.
Your team destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Also, Baxia's ultimate skill can stack if you try to walk in a small area. Take a look on how fast Layla was eaten by my tracks. You can also use this skill while using your first skill. Another thing to take notice, his passive is boosted when this skill is activated. This will make him more durable against enemy damage. So make sure not to hesitate diving in when you have your ultimate, not unless your health bar is really low. In terms of his combo, We usually follow a simple combo for Baxia. First, we use our first skill to go in. Then when we are about to hit the enemy, we use our ultimate skill. Then, we jump so that the damage will be higher upon impact. Then, we use our second skill while charging ahead so the enemy can be burned by our tracks. Then, we use Petrify so the enemy can further burn. Then, we use our second skill again to slow down the enemy. Just continue using your second skill and dealing basic attacks ahead of the enemy so that the lava on your tracks will still be felt by the enemy. Watch another clip where we used our combo. Additional tip. Cursed Helmet is one of the perfect items for Baxia aside from Ice Queen Wand and Glowing Wand. Take a look on the enemy. I didn't even need to attack him. Cursed Helmet did the killing for me. Along with Ice Queen and Glowing Wand, the enemy will be in agony for a long time for sure. Another tip, never hesitate to fight against enemies. Take a look on this scenario. The damage reduction of my passive skill is at work here. This made us turn the outcome to our team's favor. The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Baxia. This video just guides you on how to use Baxia the Kurumi way. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Baxia. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to our channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the community tab for the giveaway event post. We have our Ko-fi account just in case you want to donate us some coffee funds. Check our Ko-fi link on the description of this video. Please, only trust bootcamp videos from our official accounts. See you on the next Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Cheers!